gonna be such an embarrassing video. Don't judge me too harshly. I know you're gonna, but don't. Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi! If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you don't know why I do that intro on all of my videos, it's because I was once a member of the EDA meetings, which is Eating Disorders Anonymous, and they do the same things that Alcoholics Anonymous does, which is where you introduce yourself in the meeting as saying, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm suffering from this or whatever, and then the group would say, oh, hi, so-and-so, and then you would say hi. So that's where I get that from. For those of you that are confused, I say, hi, I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi, Shanny, pretending to be the crowd. Hi, even though the crowd is not here, it's just in my mind. So, but if you're new, you should subscribe and join my Shanny family and become an official Shanny Fanny. And I'm aware that that means vagina in England, and I'm okay with it. So welcome to my channel. It's about healing through positivity from my eating disorder and other mental illnesses. And also we have a lot of fun here and make a lot of jokes and do a lot of fun things and talk about seriousness and sad and crying things too, like tomorrow's video. So okay, so today is my first in a while official Topic Tuesday. I'm back to being scheduled and I'm very excited about that. I'm very glad to be doing that. So today is going to be a very embarrassing video for me to talk about, but I feel like I can with you guys, and hopefully you'll just keep your mouth shut. If you do judge me, just don't tell me. Just do it in secret or something. So today, from the title of this video, as you can tell, I want to talk about a secret addiction that I have struggled with for as long as I can remember, just in different ways, and I'll explain why in a minute. The reason I want to talk about it is because I feel like recently this addiction has come back for me, and it's an addiction that I had finally gotten rid of after, I don't know, like 26, 25 years of suffering from it, and then I got rid of it a couple years ago. But it's come back recently when my grandma died, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. So, how I found out about this addiction, that it was an addiction, and that it was not normal, but that I wasn't alone in it, is that I was watching that TV show called My Strange Addiction. Have you guys seen that show? It's like they do it on people that have really weird addictions. Some people like to eat the couch cushions. Some people like to eat chalk. Some people like to drink their urine or drink blood. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't even think about it. I'm not judging. I just could never, ever, ever, ever drink urine or blood. I don't know why, but those two things to me are like, I'm not judging at all. Seriously, I just can't do it. So anyway, so I was watching that show, and they did it on this lady, and they were saying what she was addicted to. They showed her life. They showed her daily life, what she went through, what she did to calm that addiction and to give into that addiction. And I was like, that is me to a T. And it freaked me out. So then I decided, when I saw that, I decided to go to therapy and tell my therapist about it. And she kind of helped me like realize that that's a problem. You're probably thinking to yourself, Shannon, you've been talking for like 3 minutes. Can you please get to the freaking point? Because we clicked on this video because it said My Strange Addiction or something like that, and you're still not telling us, so I'm about to tell you. Are you annoyed with me enough? Okay. So what my addiction is that, besides my eating disorder, this is different. I grew up with a very, 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 very strong sense of smell and taste. And so things that smell good to me smell extra good to me. Like if you smell, like when you smell roses, they smell really good, but to me, they smell like 20 times more intense than it might for you. Like I've always had this, my whole family knows that. I've always had really crazy sense of smell and taste. I can smell things from super far away. Like the other day, Danny opened up a new bar of soap and put it in the shower on that side of the basement. And this is a huge basement. When he opened it, I was in the other side of the basement, which is, I don't know, maybe like 60 feet away. I don't know, but both of our doors were closed. and I could smell the bar of soap from there. It's like I came into them like, what is that smell? It's my soap, honey, blah, blah, blah. It's just weird. I've just always been like that. And the same thing with taste. I can taste if something's going bad like a week before it goes bad. And so for me, it's always been hard for me to keep food for very long because I can taste it starting to turn before normal people would probably be able to taste it. So anyway, that being said, smell and taste to me has always been so enjoyable. And obviously that's part of my eating disorder, is because my taste that's why I have an eating disorder, is because I love to eat. I love food. I love tasting it. I love, like, it gives me this euphoric feeling to be able to taste something so strongly and something so like, oh, it's just so good. So anyway, growing up, I remember always like smelling a lot of things like that smelled good. So I would smell perfume, or I would smell candles, or I would smell marker, like the kids markers, not like the Sharpies, but like the safe, you know, what are those, scented? Yeah, like the scented markers that you get when you're a kid. Like I would smell those. I'd smell like all kinds of things that I thought smelled good. I would just smell them, and like it just would make me feel completely euphoric. I don't want to say it was a high feeling at that time. There were other things that I smelled that made me feel high, I guess, now that I know what that feels like. I didn't know what that felt like back then, so I wouldn't have known. Like for instance, when I entered into junior high and high school, that's when I started like smelling the Sharpies and the permanent markers and things that have really, really dangerous toxic fumes in them. But to me, it felt so good, and probably because it was making me high. I did not know that back then. By the way, children, I just realized that that's not a good thing to be telling children. You guys, seriously, I could have died. You will die if you sniff Sharpies. You might not die right away, but you're going to get really sick. And especially like that can lead you into some dangerous things, especially like huffing. Like I know that's really popular with the kids these days, is huffing paint or huffing any kind of fumes through a bag. Like you can die instantly when you do that. And I believe strongly that you can die even from Sharpies. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying this just to be like, oh, don't be stupid like I was. No, like seriously, I don't know how I didn't die, because I would sit there and sniff it for 45 minutes during class at a time. And I don't know how I'm alive. And that's probably where a lot of my brain cells went. That's probably why I forget a lot of things. Like besides my eating disorder, I think I've also like damaged my, what are they called? See? Anyway, so when I got married, so I was 19 when I got married, and that was 12 years ago. I didn't really struggle with the markers anymore. When I got married, I started doing a lot more domestic things, okay? So I started cleaning more and cooking more and things like that. And so the thing that got me the most was like the dishwasher soap. I don't know why, but like I would smell it and it just made me feel like calm and happy. And I don't know if it was a high. I don't know if I'd call that one a high. It was more of like a oh, that smells so good. Like, oh, like when you smell a hot cookie or something, it's like, oh, or like when you smell fresh bread, it's like, oh, that smells so good. Like that type of a thing, but like 10 times more because of my sense of smell. And so cleaner became very tempting, I guess, to me, and especially the dishwasher cleaner. And so it was around that time that I started going to my therapist again, and I kind of mentioned that, and she said that that's actually really common for those of us who struggle with eating disorders or anything that makes us malnourished, not just eating disorders, any health problem that makes you malnourished. You can crave those things because they are full of minerals that your body might be needing. Because like I told her one day, I was like, sometimes smelling that stuff is just not enough. Sometimes I feel like I need to eat it. And I've even tasted it before, but I had to spit it back out because I felt like I would have died if I had swallowed it. And I probably would have. There's a reason you're not supposed to eat cleaners. Like, it was so stupid that I even put on my tongue. Like, my tongue burned for days. Like, it was this numbing burn for days, and I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't eat anything. Like, it just was stupid for me to do that. And I'm glad I didn't swallow it. Who knows what would have happened. But like, I just craved it. I craved, like, beyond smelling it, like I needed to eat it or something. But luckily I never got too far into doing that. So anyway, she told me that it was like a deficiency, like an iron deficiency or a mineral deficiency. A lot of us crave cleaner. That's actually very common. So if you're out there and you love the smell of cleaner, and like laundry detergent is very common, if you feel the need to smell it or to taste it, then you might actually just have something wrong with you physically that you need to go to the doctor for. So go to your doctor. I did go to my doctor. She confirmed it, and I stopped doing that. I stopped smelling it and I stopped tasting it. Well, one day I went to my grandma's house to visit her. This would have been about, I don't know, 8 years ago. And this is the grandma that just passed away in August. I went to visit her, and when I walked in, I hadn't seen her for so long, and when I walked in, I just was engulfed with the smell of her house, which is always the same, because growing up, that smell was the one smell that made me feel nothing but pure 100% comfort, because she, to me, her home to me and her were my safe place. My sister and I both feel strongly about that. That's why her death was really hard for us, because she still is considered in our mind our safe place, because growing up, we would, when hard things were happening at home or whatever, we couldn't wait to go to grandma's house every Sunday and be there and feel safe and feel protected and feel calm and feel full of happiness and joy and good feelings, because her home was just so, just wonderful. I love the home that she always created. So anyway, her home always had a smell because she would make her own cleaner. And this cleaner is something that she made for decades and decades and decades. Like, it's the only cleaner she ever used. She made it. It kind of was used as like an all-purpose cleaner. So she would always clean her counters and her sink and her everything, you know, where you would first walk into her kitchen. That's what you would smell first. So that one day when I went to visit her about 8 years ago, I asked her, I'm like, how do you make that cleaner? Because it smells so good to me. Stupid. But anyway, so she told me how to make it. I'm not going to tell you how to make it, because I don't know if it's just me, but that cleaner to me was the absolute best smell in the entire world, in the planets, of the times, of the places, of my snifflings, of the times that I've ever smelled. Anyway, needless to say, 8 years ago when she taught me that, I went home and I made it, and ever since then I have made that cleaner until 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, it was around the time that I was about to think about starting this channel, actually, and I was still super addicted to it. I forgot to tell you that. So during those, I guess, 6 years, I would smell it every day. I would find any excuse that I could to clean whatever I could. I would spray all my counters with it like 5 times a day, just so that I could smell it a little bit, you know. And then the other horrible thing I would do is I would take a wad of toilet paper and I would drench it in the cleaner and just sniff it for like 10 or 20 minutes straight. And that's, oh my gosh. I know it was bad because my throat would start to close up. Like, even now talking about it, my throat kind of closes up, because if I start to crave it, even, my throat will close up. This is so crazy. That's why this is really embarrassing, but it's true. But it got to a point where I was starting to feel so sick all the time, and rightfully so. I mean, I was sniffing cleaner on a daily basis, multiple times a day, just to make myself feel comforted. And so a couple years ago, I decided that it was time to stop that, because like I was getting worried that I would die any day because of the way that it made me feel after I was done doing it. Like, while I was doing it, it was great, but after I was done, I would get these migraines that were like beyond migraines. I can't even explain the pain of the headaches that I would get, and I would feel so nauseous, and I would be throwing up nothing. Like, I would have nothing in me, so it would be throwing up bile and ruining my teeth even more, and it was like ruining my organs inside. I could feel like my kidneys always hurt. My heart would hurt really bad after it. So I just started getting scared that it might like make me drop at any minute, and I didn't feel it was that worth it, I guess, at the time. And so I decided to stop. So I remember that I went to the I had gone to the store like a couple days before and bought a brand new bottle of one of the main ingredients that's in that cleaner, and I hadn't opened it yet. And so I finished off the end of my spray that I had, and that's when I decided I was going to stop. But I forgot that I had that new bottle in there of that cleaner, and so I came across it a couple days later, and I was like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, and I couldn't help it. So I opened it and I smelled it, and I was like, that does not smell right. And I look, I don't know if this was coincidence or a blessing or what, but I look and it said, ooh, new formula and, you know, a newer, fresher scent or something like that. And it made the smell change completely. And I am so grateful for that, because now there's no way in the world that I can ever duplicate that cleaner again, because they changed the ingredients in the main ingredients for that cleaner. They changed the scent of it. They changed what was in it. And I can't find the old. I did try, I'm not gonna lie, every time I went to the store I was a little tempted to go down the aisle and look for the old version of that cleaner, but they don't make it anymore. So maybe that was a blessing. Maybe that was just one more little thing, I don't know, that was sent to me to help me stop. So that was good. I was able to like I used it for other things, but I hated it. It did not smell good to me. So that's good. But anyway, recently when my grandma passed away back in August, as you know, I got an overwhelming sense, and it's been 2 years since I've done it, and I got this overwhelming temptation, I guess, to find that cleaner and do my best to recreate it. And so since she died, every time I've gone to the store, I find myself falling back into it. I find myself spending 10 or 20 minutes down the cleaning aisle, just opening everything and smelling it and testing different cleaners. And like, if Danny's with me, I won't do it. Like, that's how I know that it's kind of a problem, and I feel like it's kind of a temptation for me. And so I've been, like, recently, it's just been a struggle for me. So I can't find that cleaner anywhere, but I have found a new one that I really like, which is unfortunate because it's probably the most popular cleaner out there possible. You probably all have it in your cabinet, and I feel like it's never gonna go away. And so this is going to be hard, people. I'm not going to be forced this time to not have something to smell. Like I found something else that smells almost just as good to me, and that's dangerous. And so now, I wouldn't say I'm fully engulfed in it, but I would say that I found myself a couple times here and there cleaning things that don't need to be cleaned. And then I'll have days where I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't clean it all, and then my house becomes a complete wreck. And so I'm kind of caught right now in between, like, I don't know. And I know what a lot of you are going to be, I already know what a lot of you are going to say to me. Be like, Shanny, there are other ways to clean your house by using those chemical-induced cleaners. I know that. I have a sister who has been trying to sell me on this for years and years, on doing the natural cleaners and the natural, what are those rags called that you can use over and over that sanitize, that have no toxins and no chemicals in them. What are they called? I don't know. But anyway, for me, it's like, besides the fact that I like the smell of cleaners, it's also that I don't feel like my house is clean if it doesn't have that smell. And it's not that I want to smell it, it's that I feel like it's not clean if you don't smell a clean smell. Does that make sense? Like when you wash your whites, is it weird to you if it doesn't smell like bleach when you wash them? Is that just me? Maybe I'm weird about this. I don't know. I feel like your kitchen isn't clean until you smell that it's clean. And how can you smell something that's not there? Like, you can't just smell nothing. Smelling no germs doesn't register to me as clean. Like, smelling cleaner registers to me as smelling clean. And so it's really dangerous for me right now. So I guess it's probably a good thing that I'm sharing this with you guys, because maybe you can encourage me like you do with everything else in my life. And help me to not fall into this trap that I feel that I need to, especially considering I feel like that's such an excuse. I'm not trying to do an excuse. I'm just trying to be honest that that's why that temptation is coming back, I think, is because I miss my grandma so much, and I just, I'm gonna cry. And I just want to like feel her again and smell her again or something, like feel her I don't know, her mortal physical presence somehow. I don't know. Is this weird, you guys? I don't know. So I don't really have a way to end this video, because I can't say that like it's not a struggle for me. It is a struggle for me, but it's not, I mean, it's nothing like I used to have. Like, I'm not actively doing it. I just am actively tempted every day, I'm finding now, to just go and sniff even if I don't like it some days, I'll just be like, just go sniff cleaner and try and feel closer to grandma. How horrible is that? Like, she wouldn't want that for me. If she had known what I was using her cleaner for, she would be mortified, and she would probably be like, really? Like, really? You could be addicted to so many other things and you choose cleaner? I'm just kidding. She wouldn't say that. She might. She's a feisty one. But seriously though, like, I don't know. So anyway, this is so long. So there's my thing. I guess I'll just say that it would be nice to have encouragement from you guys to get me through this strange addiction of mine. And I also think it would be really helpful for me if you feel brave enough to share if you have any weird, strange addictions like that you're going through, to maybe make me feel like I'm not alone and I'm not the only one out there who suffers from something super embarrassing. Like this is, to me, is more embarrassing than like porn or something. That's probably what you thought I was going to talk about when I titled this my embarrassing eating, or however, I don't remember how I don't even know how I haven't even made it yet. I don't know how I'm going to title this, but I'm sure it'll be something along the lines of my embarrassing addiction. And you're probably thinking it has something to do with sex, but no, this has to do with sniffing cleaners. And I feel like it would be easier for me to talk about a sex addiction than it would for a cleaner addiction, because it's so strange and because it's so weird. And you're all probably like, what? Why? Like, why? You know? But there you go. There's my embarrassing addiction, and I would love to hear from you if you have any thoughts on it. Okay, so for those of you that made it this long, hi, welcome. For those of you that did make it this long, will want to hear that tomorrow's video I have already filmed, and it's probably the most vulnerable video I think I've ever posted on the internet. So those of you that made it this far get a pre warning, or announcement, I guess, of what tomorrow is. I'm very nervous about posting it. Maybe you can actually say something to me in the comments and be like, Shanny, you can do it. We believe that you can post the video that's going to be hard for you to post, because you know that it will help you and it will help a lot of other people out there that are going through a hard time and who don't want to live right now. And I think maybe it will help them, and you should post it. That's what you should say to me, my Shanny fannies, or my Shanny family, because I know you're watching this far. Okay, so thank you for watching today's Topic Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow for my weekly Wednesday update. It's going to be a very important video. You're going to want to watch it if you can. And then I will see you Thursday for our Q&A Thursday, and Friday for Fun Friday. And if you have not subscribed already, you're probably not even watching this far. So, but if you happen to be watching this far and you're not subscribed, that's pretty impressive. I'm proud of you. Welcome. Please subscribe to me and join this adventure of mine. And I love you and I welcome you with open arms. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be kind in the comments, but also be honest with me and help me. So I'm so embarrassed right now. I feel like I'm bright red, except my face does not show emotions often. So I don't know why I'm not bright. I feel like I'm blushing, but I'm not. I'm like still white as a ghost. That's great. So anyway, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys with all of my heart, and remember that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I know that I am too. So thank you for watching. Bye.